Project Purple is taking on one of the most deadly cancers known. We are talking pancreatic cancer here, often known as the silent killer. This disease rarely shows symptoms until, unfortunately, it's just too late, contributing to a 5-year survival rate in the single digits. Early detection is really critical, yet no reliable screening method has existed until now, thanks to a groundbreaking $750,000 grant announced last fall. Project Purple is now 6 months into a transformative effort to change that reality. Joining us this morning is Dino Varelli, founder and CEO of Project Purple. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning. You know, doing my research here, what you guys do, it is quite inspiring. It's very impressive. And I know that Project Purple, it's really a passion project of yours, really inspired by the passing of your father, Giovanni, who was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Tell us about Project Purple and the journey leading up to this big moment.
Yeah, thank you first of all, for having me on and for allowing me to share our story and the journey of Project Purple. It's really something that's really close to my family. You know, losing my dad, he was the inspiration for this. And my dad was my role model and my hero. So as you can imagine, and for the viewers at home, when he was diagnosed with this awful cancer, it was a gut punch. And so the initial inspiration was my dad to try to save his life, but clearly that went away very quickly. But we wanted to help others. And that was something that our family realized, that there's so little that was being done at the time when my dad was diagnosed, in terms of treatment and in terms of resources for families. And we wanted to help other people and make a difference. And our mission is a world without pancreatic cancer. And so that's what we're out to do every day.
And how are you helping others? I know obviously a strong emphasis on early diagnosis. How are you helping people achieve that?
Yeah, so that shift happened really over the last 5 years, coming, I think, a little bit before COVID started, like in 2018, 2019. We really started investing a lot of our research dollars into high-risk screening and surveillance, because we know with other cancers, screening saves lives. We've seen this, and we could go through the examples. And there was kind of a push in the pancreatic cancer space to start getting people that are at high risk through a genetic marker or through a family history of the disease to get into annual screening. And so we've put a lot of money into that, millions of dollars, into identifying those folks that have a familial risk, and also have a genetic risk, and put them in screening and surveillance. And we're starting to see kind of I wouldn't say a tipping point. We're starting to see government get involved, and guidelines have been established now. I think through our efforts throughout the world, I think we're closing in on about 10,000 people that are in some type of screening and surveillance around the country and around the world.
Wow.
For high screening of pancreatic cancer.
Wow, congratulations. Obviously, you are making a difference. Let's learn more now. Congratulations on this collaboration with Hartford Healthcare and this huge grant. What is this really going to do for Project Purple?
Well, as I just mentioned, you know, our push has been this high-risk screening and surveillance, and supporting systems throughout the world that have the means to support their patient population. And, you know, the partnership with Hartford Healthcare has been something, I mean, I've been flying all over the country for the last 15 years providing research grants, not me personally, but the organization and as I represent them. And it was just really special to do this. I'm born and raised, I lived my entire life pretty much here in Connecticut. And to be able to do it with Hartford Healthcare, a great partner. And I truly believe this, Alyssa, what we do here in the state of Connecticut can be kind of the model for the rest of the world to follow. And Hartford Healthcare is a great partner. They've, you know, everywhere in the state you go, you see Hartford Healthcare. And that's something that's really critical for our mission. Is we want to help everybody. We want to allow access to everyone to get high quality care and high quality screening. So this was kind of a match made in heaven with partnering with Hartford Healthcare, and especially doing it here in my home state of Connecticut.
Oh, that is so special and wonderful. If people want to learn more about Project Purple or maybe support you more, how can people do so?
Our website's the best place, which is projectpurple.org.
Easy to remember. All right, Dino, thank you so much for your time, and keep up the great work changing lives.